Welcome back. I'm Lynda Kinked. We're going to look at some other news we're following. The former director of the CIA says Russia brazenly interfered in last year's presidential election, but he won't call it collusion. John Brennan was speaking to the House Intelligence Committee. Well, for more, let's go to Sunlen Sefaty. Sunlen, the former CIA director, said he believed that Russia was interfering because they were very aggressive. What else did he say?
That's right, Lynda. John Brennan really not mincing words here. As you noted, he says it should be clear to everyone that Russia brazenly interfered with the U.S. election. And he said during his time when he was first alerted to this threat in the summer of 2016, he said he was worried and concerned that Russia was actively recruiting and using people within the U.S. for that effort, and his quote was wittingly or unwittingly. Now, important to note here, he said that he did see intelligence that shows that Russian operatives had some interactions and conversations with people within the Trump campaign, but he would not describe the nature of those interactions and conversations. He would not name the people who were identified within the Trump campaign, and he, most importantly, would not say whether or not he believes it was collusion. He said, I don't know whether or not such collusion exists, but he did say that the information was enough to prompt that information being passed on to the FBI. So in essence, here saying it was to the level where it justified the FBI probe. Lynda.
And Sunlen, he was also asked about the implications for President Trump if, as reports suggest, he did in fact share sensitive information, intelligence with the Russians.
That's right. He was asked about that Oval Office meeting that we've talked an awful lot about in the last week and days since that happened. And he basically said on 2 points, this is concerning the fact that it might reveal sources or methods. He basically was saying in his role as CIA director, he's essentially never seen something like that before. So he didn't really blast President Trump for doing that, but he said writ large, certainly there was evidence of there was some wrongdoing in his mind and how he operated in his former capacity as a CIA official.
And Sunlen, he also was questioned about leaks from within the national security community. It's something that is of major concern to President Trump.
It certainly is, and certainly in the defense that we've seen the Trump White House bring is that they have blasted the leakers of the information, the leaks themselves, not necessarily speaking to what the exact evidence of the leakers, what they're dealing with. And what we saw John Brennan today do was essentially take that viewpoint, say, blast the leakers, saying this is something we need to look into. And that's certainly the White House, something the White House has wasted no time at all picking up on. We already said that, seeing that their first defense of John Brennan's rather scathing testimony today is to highlight that portion of his testimony, but nothing else.
And of course, Sunlen, one of the testimonies everyone is interested in is, of course, the former FBI Director James Comey, still set to happen sometime after Monday.
That's right. We know he will go in front of the Senate Intelligence Committee after Memorial Day recess up here on Capitol Hill. Certainly a much anticipated testimony, likely to get many, many questions on his memos that he detailed conversations with President Trump. We know that he is a very aggressive note taker in the aftermath of these meetings. So it will be interesting to see how much he can reveal. Some question up here if he could be handcuffed a little bit by the special prosecutor now that Bob Mueller has been appointed, but as of now, no firm date set. We expect that in the next few weeks. Lynda.
All right, Sunlen Sefaty, great to have you staying across all of that for us. Thank you. Well, heartbreaking. The world of music and sport are paying tribute online to those killed and injured in Manchester. We will have that just ahead. Stay with us.